You know, you never can tell where a great story might be lurking. You might drive by it every day and never notice. When the members of Calloway United Methodist Church took steps to protect their small churchyard cemetery, we found a unique chapter of Arlington's history.
Same type of marker in the area. My grandfather. Charles Thomas Bell. They call him Tom Bell. I believe he was the last person interred here in 1958. I was here for all of my grandfather, grandmother, sister, several aunts, but his was the last.
Right there, that's my great-grandfather. That's my great-grandfather on my grandmother's side. My family goes back here probably 5 or 6 generations. We're all from here. I grew up about 2 blocks from here.
I think it was back in 2008, my supervisor had gotten an email from Bernard Carpenter wanting to inquire how the church trustees could designate this cemetery as a historic site. So we talked on the phone a few days later, and ever since then we've been collaborating, and it's taken several years, but we finally have the cemetery as a local historic district.
Because of all of the growth that's going on around Arlington right now and all the development, we were really concerned that our cemetery might be in jeopardy. So obviously this is a family-based church, so a lot of the people who are in the church, their family members are here, and we felt that we wanted to protect their bodies and not have this piece of land be used in a development mode.
It was a really challenging process because there was not a lot of information known about the cemetery. The church had very few historic records that had been saved over time, and so we really had to start from scratch. And so that involved a lot of really extensive genealogical research, and so we were looking at census records, marriage records, death records, maps, all sorts of things to really try to piece together the story of the people who are here.
When we originally came out here, the cemetery was quite overgrown along the tree lines. We saw about 35 to 40 markers, and over a couple of months of doing intensive probing, we found over 95 individual graves that were out here. Some had names, some did not. Literally, we probed every 6 inches. When you're looking for markers, you can't think in terms of a large tombstone. You have to think about small things. People that don't have much money or much resources in order to mark their deceased, a lot of times will use anything. Maybe it's something they brought from home, maybe it's a piece of wood or a stone, sometimes even just a brick.
You found? I looked at it.
That's Rachel Coleman right there, right?
Yeah.
She's up here somewhere. Here, right here. That's why we use the probe, see?
Mattie Bell. Remember that. I gotta mark this so I can find it. I think it's really important for the community. This has been here as long as I've been alive.
So, and I'm 65 years old.
People found out that they're related to each other and didn't know it. They found out that they had loved ones buried here and didn't know it. And when you come here now, your thought processes, my thought processes are completely different because there are real connections here.
I didn't know my mother's side was over here. So it felt real surreal and deep to me. It felt real, I had an affection to come in here and really try and see this through.
It was very emotional when he first found me. Completely grown over. We couldn't find him at all. It was very emotional because, you know, here I get to at least look at their name. You know, my name is Bell. To look down and see their names down here is emotional, to say the least. She was a great woman.
If your group is interested in protecting a piece of Arlington, you can always get help by contacting the County Historic Preservation Office. You're in great hands with our staff. They really love to sink their teeth into a preservation project.